you got an AR-15 now, you forgot to register by the first of the year, don't go do it, because you're going to incriminate yourself. You don't want to incriminate yourself. Yo, what's going on, good people? It's your boy RGG, a regular gun guy. If this is your first time on my channel, please smash that sub button. And if you're returning to the channel, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. This video is kind of an update video on some stuff that's going on in the state of Illinois, right? So if you're not familiar, I am in the state of Illinois. And in Illinois, we deal with some of the worst gun laws in the country. I mean, we probably not number one, but we damn sure like top 5. We got some of the worst gun laws in the United States. About 6 months ago, approximately, there was a assault weapons ban passed here in Illinois, right? You had to comply by January 1st, either register your ARs, there's no more AR sales, you can't buy nothing AR, AK, nothing even. There's this stupid list. I've got videos on it. A stupid list of all these firearms that we just cannot purchase. It's crazy. We're so limited on what we can have here. Now, one of the things that I've been doing over the last 6 months, you know, other than suffering because the gun laws are so screwed up, is just kind of paying attention to see what happens now that this law is in place. And a few things I've learned. One, a lot of people still don't even know that there's an assault weapons ban in place. There's no real communication from the state of Illinois. They undermanned. You know, they either expect you have to watch the news, or if you log into your account or something like that. And the only way people will typically find out is if they go to the gun store, attempt to buy one, and then the store tells them they can't get it because it's illegal. That's how they learn about the law oftentimes. I had recently, somebody came up to me, very recent, and was like, yo, man, I know you into the firearms. What's the best place to buy AR-15? I'm like, shit, you in Illinois? You here? Yeah, well, you out of there, bro. What you mean? They don't even know. They don't even know the law exists. So there's a lot of people that just are just still naive to it. They don't even know that it exists. Another thing I learned is the assault weapons ban is really, and half of these laws are not doing anything to curb the violence here in Illinois. Chicago's, more specifically Chicago, it's doing nothing to curb the violence. Like, I mean, over Memorial Day weekend, we had over 40 shootings, 10 homicides. You tell me what the hell is this doing other than just restricting law-abiding citizens? Not only restricting the law-abiding citizens, but you also restricting and killing these businesses, especially the mom and pop gun stores who've been around for years and legally selling to the community. And, you know, they suffering because you killed, you know, a majority of how they make their money. So I think this thing is not doing anything but hurting people even more. And now here in the city of, not city of Chicago, but in the state of Illinois in general, you have to have a FOID card here. FOID is Firearm Owner's Identification Card. Is something that you have to have here in order to be able to own a firearm, right? That's already unconstitutional, but that's something you have to have in the state of Illinois. You have to have it to buy ammo or a firearm, right? Now, what happened was a lot of people's FOID cards got revoked. They passed some weird red flag law and people's cards got revoked. They don't even know they got revoked. Some of them don't even have a clue that they were revoked, right? And now they're sending sheriffs. They've been doing it, I guess, apparently. But they're sending sheriffs to these people's homes or last known addresses that were on their FOID cards to go and confiscate guns that these people may own. That's weird. That's got to be a tough job. And then when people, you know, you might have the firearms in the house or whatever, and they come and take them. So they come into your door, give me your FOID card and any gun you got, you know, craziness. And then I know people myself personally that don't have FOID cards for these exact reasons, right? Like, it's some weird red flag law. They don't even know why. And they make it next to impossible to appeal it because they really don't want you to have firearms anyway. So once you get it taken away, they don't want you to know how to get it back, right? Even if you can go through every step under the sun, they're not telling you how to get it back. Now, granted, I have not heard of any case where these laws have been enforced. Like, I haven't heard anything where somebody got an AR and they were stopped with their AR-15 at the range or something and got it taken away because they didn't register it or whatever. By January 1st of this year, you were supposed to register any AR-15, AKs, any of these, anything that was on this humongous list of guns that are banned, right? You could keep them, but you had to go and register them, okay? Then I don't know if you guys were following along. There's I have videos out there on it, but there's other videos as well where so many people in the state of Illinois just didn't comply at all. Like a very small number of people complied. Now, that could be for several reasons. Some people could have been like, kiss my grits. Some people could have did like me and got their guns out of the state before the first. Or some people just didn't know. They literally didn't know that this existed and they didn't do it. And then the advice that I was given and I continue to give is don't register them now. Do not. If you got an AR-15 now, you forgot to register by the first of the year, don't go do it because you're going to incriminate yourself. You don't want to incriminate yourself. So you want to make sure that you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Be easy. Don't be walking around with your ARs and nothing like that, man. These gun laws are weird because they just don't apply to the law-abiding citizen. That's the part that's so disturbing, right? It's hurting us. Robberies in Illinois, Chicago more specifically, are at an all-time high right now, man. Boy, they robbing the hell out of everybody. And I don't know if that got something to do with, the way the gun laws are set up and these guys know that, hey, man, if they following the law, they ain't got that many rounds on them no way. Or they ain't carrying nothing of any significance because they can't. You know what I'm saying? So if you really are a law-abiding citizen living in the state of Illinois and you want to be able to protect your family and have, stuff that's, be equipped to do the job or get the job done, you're in trouble here because you really cannot own it legally. I was speaking to a gentleman that did have some, capable stuff. And he's like, man, I didn't even know that I was supposed to register this stuff. So now what am I supposed to do? I'm not finna get rid of it. I need it. There's a lot going on. And he lives in an area where there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So, and then in that area where there's a lot going on, people not coming through there with compliant firearms. That's just not happening. They not doing nothing with something that's compliant. They got all types of rounds and switches and everything else, man. How are you gonna protect yourself? You can't. How you supposed to protect yourself at home, with all of these restrictions and capacity restrictions and the whole 9 yards. So I challenge everybody in any of these states, pay attention to what's going on around you. Chicago or Illinois is weird because we got some of the strictest gun laws in one of the most violent places. The violence is unbelievable. I don't even know what the hell they doing. This is all you hear on the news every day. There was a shooting here. There was a shooting there. Somebody got killed here. Somebody got shot here. This happened. There's no suspects in custody. That's all you ever hear. That's it. I'm talking about you never hear a suspect in custody. It happens time after time, especially in the black and brown communities. It happens at an all-time high. That being said, when the unfortunate case happened when the police officer got killed, boy, they caught that kid quick, suspect in custody. You understand? It's when it matters. It's whenever that life matters, they got the capacity, they're going to put the resources together and go do it. But when it's, one of the ones that don't matter, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no resources. They don't know. We don't know who did it, man. We ain't got no clue. We don't know what happened. So it's one of them things where your back's against the wall. I say it all the time. That's why I'm on my way out this state. I can't do it no more. I'll continue to fight. I'm Chicago forever. I'm Illinois forever. It's not the citizens. It's not the people. The politics bug me. I mean, me getting out of here is not all based on the gun laws, but it plays a huge role, right? With the business that I'm in, it limits me like crazy. So at this point, I have no choice but to bust a move, you know. But I'm gonna stay optimistic, man. Who knows? Hopefully this thing gets overturned and all of my fellow Illinoisans can have, you know, legally have what we deserve and what's right, what we should have rightfully, right? It's our right. So just being in this unconstitutional state is unbelievable. The 6-month update on this assault weapons ban, it ain't working. It ain't doing nothing that affects the everyday people here in Chicago, here in the state of Illinois. It's doing nothing other than hindering law-abiding citizens and businesses that strive, or businesses that are trying to survive in this gun space. All right, that's all. That's it. That's all. That's all I had to say, man. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how this law has affected you. Did you have to register your guns? Did you try to get rid of them? Did you get rid of your AR-15s after the ban came in place? Or, you know, did you take your guns out the state? How is it affecting you as a law-abiding citizen or gun enthusiast? All right. I appreciate y'all watching, man. To the next video. Deuces.